to another edition of Eric's Product Reviews brought to you by hollywoodfrodo.com. I'm Eric, and today I'm going to be talking about this little big guy from a company called LightBiz. And I say little big because it's a very small form factor, but really big display. Yes, this is a large display alarm clock for your home. It has some really cool features for a simple device such as a clock. And I'm going to tell you all about those and why I have it and why I love it and think it's pretty awesome. The main thing, yes, it is a clock. That is the number one feature and use of this, but it's a large display clock. And here's what I wanted. I wanted a clock that had a large display so that I could see it from across the room, because I have a couple of clocks in my bedroom already, but I can't see them on the dresser. It's too small, too tiny. I want a large display. However, a large display like this, a lot of times the problem is at night, it's just too bright, way too bright, and you're trying to go to bed, you need darkness, and you got this big bright display. That's where this thing really excels. This thing has three brightness levels. The brightest has a middle and then the dimmest. And what's awesome is if you want, you can have it set so that this light sensor right here senses the ambient light in the room and dims or gets brighter based on how much light is in the room. And with that setting, during the day this is nice and bright so it can be seen when the room is full of sunlight. But at night, when all the lights are turned off and I'm going to bed, then it dims down to the dimmest level. Still plenty bright enough to see in a dark room from across the room, but very dim so that it's not putting off a ton of light into the room, which is perfect. It solves the problem. The size of the display and then having that automatic dimming is great. Now, besides the automatic dimming, you can dim manually. You can toggle through all three levels manually if you just want to put it to a certain level for a specific reason. You can also set it up so that it just gets dim at a certain time in the evening, and that's a built-in time, and then in the morning it goes back to bright. So you can have it that way. But to me, the best way to use it is with the automatic dimming. It just will get brighter or dimmer based on the ambient light in the room, and that works really well. And as you can see it very clearly. It's very easy to read from across the room with no problem at all. Now, some of the other features, you can use 12-hour or 24-hour formats, so however you prefer to tell time, you can set it up to do either way. You can program an alarm into this. Now, if it's across the room, you probably don't want to do that. I don't know anyone these days who doesn't just use their phone as their alarm. That's what I do. But you can use this for an alarm clock if you want to. It does have that option, and you can have one alarm set. And you can customize how long you want the snooze to be. There's a large snooze button on the top here, and you can customize what snooze length you want to happen when you hit the snooze button. Now, it does come with this stand so that you can set it on top of something, but it also has a hole in the back here so that you can hang it on the wall if you want to, which is cool. And while we're on the back, you can see this little spot here. This is for a C2032, I think, battery, and that's battery backup, so if power goes out or something, then this will maintain the time. You won't lose the time when power comes back on. The display will go off, but then when power comes back on, it still knows what time it is, so you don't have to worry about resetting your clock every time, which is cool. It does run off of power though regularly, and that's the power cord you see here. Now, it does come with a very long power cord. It's about 6 feet long, so plenty of length in the power cord itself, but it does not come with a charger. This is a cord. On the other end is a USB charger, standard charging cord, and you need to plug that into your own charger, or like, for example, the lamps I have beside my bed, they have little USB ports built into the lamps. You could plug it into that, into a computer if you're using it on your computer desk. But you do need to provide your own charger. It says one thing you need to know. It does not come with the charger. It just comes with the 6-foot long cord, but then you need to plug it in yourself. I do wish that this did not stick out so much. You can see it kind of sticks out. Wish they had figured out a way to make it a little bit smaller and more just against the side here, but it's not too bad depending on, you just set it up in a way that works for you. Now, you might have noticed, what are these two things over here? Well, these are USB pass-through charging ports. So once this is powered, you can plug additional USB cords into this to plug into your other devices. So if you have a smartwatch or your phone, you can plug a phone charger, whatever. You can plug any USB into this and you can charge an additional device through pass-through charging. So that's kind of a cool feature as well. Only other issue I would say that I did have with this is the stand did not have any rubber bumpers on the bottom. I used this rubber gripping that I had myself and put on the bottom because it's just plastic, so with no rubber feet, it was kind of sliding a little bit on my dresser more than I wanted it to. So I did put these little rubber grips on there myself so that it wouldn't slide so much. So that's something that hopefully they'll improve in the future and just include out of the package. Now, one other cool feature about this clock is you might kind of have been able to see that it's very reflective, and so if you want to, you can unplug it and use it as a mirror. And you can see it is very reflective. You can literally use it as a mirror. So if you're getting ready in the morning and you just need a quick mirror to look at something, you just unplug it and it is a complete reflective screen and uses a mirror. You see the numbers completely disappear behind there, and then when you're done, you just plug it back in, and again, because it has that battery built into it, it keeps the time and remembers what time it is. So again, this is a clock that really has all the features that you'd want, and then a few extra features. Because really, why are you going to buy this? The main reason you're going to buy this is if you want a clock that has a big display that you can see from across the room, like me. That's why I wanted a clock like that. But the coolest feature is the dimming, because you want a big display, but you don't want it to be too bright. Even if it's in your living room, a lot of times you want a TV. You want a clock by your TV that you can see easily when you're sitting on the sofa watching TV. But if you're watching a movie and you have all the lights off, that clock can be really annoying because it's so bright. But with this and the automatic dimming, you don't have to worry about that. And to me, that's the main feature that makes this an awesome, awesome clock. Everything else is just bonus. The fact that you can do 12 or 24-hour format, the fact that you have the pass-through USBs, so you can charge other things, the fact that you can use this as a little mirror if you want, if you're using this in your bedroom where you get ready. Just a lot of really great features. Again, it is by a company called LightBiz, and it is available on Amazon. I'm going to have a link in the description below. You can click that link, jump over to Amazon, read what other people have said about it, and pick one up for yourself. Anyway, that is going to be it for this review. If you like this review, please click that like button. If you know anyone who might be interested in a clock like this, then share the video with them. All those ways are down there. If you have any questions, something I forgot to cover, just ask in the below in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer you just as quickly as I can. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to keep up with all the videos I do, or just favorite this playlist if you just want to keep up with product reviews. Anyway, that is going to be it until next time, so have a great day.